right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 681 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Ball. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And we will get to Georgia Southern because they play JMU, James Madison, in a huge game this upcoming Saturday. And that's going to be a really, really big game. And I can't wait to talk about that. But I got to keep talking about Desmond Ridder here because I have a quick question. And it may seem like a little bit off the wall, despite the things I've said in the past, week or so. And for the most part, I still kind of feel, that way. But this could be something really big, and I want to expound upon that. So we'll get into that. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I could be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. I can be found on X at VF Baller, and the website is firstandframerates.com. Desmond Ridder, after the performance that he put up, he threw for over 300 yards. I think it was 28 or 37. He threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. Clearly his best game of his career. Can he build on this? Can he build on this and become up to elite status? It's a question that's not far-fetched. He's only, 23 years old. He's young. He's learning a lot. I still believe that he's going to be an above-average quarterback. I am going to die on that hill because it is hard to be a top-5 quarterback in the league. It's not something that you can just expound upon or just happen to you. You have to put in the work, and Desmond Ridder has been putting in work. I cannot deny that. I think he's done a very good job of trying to be a better quarterback, especially after bouncing back after the last two performances. And you can really say that the Lions game wasn't all on him, and you could pretty much say that the Jacksonville game was all on him. The interceptions was not they did not look good at all. But nevertheless, Desmond Ridder pretty much turned it around in the game against the Texans. Now, there's rumblings now that people are saying that the Texans aren't that good and, this, that, and the third. Okay, that's fine. They're an NFL team. Regardless. You can go against the Texans, you go against the Jets, you can go against the 49ers. It doesn't matter. You go against these teams, I expect our team to play the best and give it their all. And I expect Desmond Ridder to at least try to step up from what he's done on this past Sunday. I don't know if he will be able to duplicate what he did or even exceed what he did. But from what I've seen so far, I'm more leaning to the side that he won't. Not to say that he will regress to the point that he's bad, but I think I'm looking at an even kill quarterback here. I'm looking at a guy that will probably give you consistently give you about 250 yards passing, maybe a touchdown, interception here and there. I think he clearly have more touchdowns than interceptions. But like I said, it'd be above average. I don't see it now. And like I said, a lot of people say, "Oh, wait." Yeah, it would be nice to wait, but me personally, I feel that that's what it is. I feel that we're dealing with a quarterback that can win you football games. I feel like we're dealing with a quarterback that could, take you to the playoffs. I do believe that. But to become elite status, you're talking about a guy who will at least constantly get you in NFC championships or be in top contention for a Super Bowl every year. I don't know where Desmond Ridder's ceiling is, but my gut feeling is I don't think it's that high. And I am just being honest. I don't feel like that's, hating or something, but that's just the way I feel. Now, his performance, can it build into elite status? Absolutely. I'm not saying that he can't do it. I just feel like that's where he's going to be. And it would be a great thing to see because filling in the shoes of a quarterback that we did have, for 14 years is some big shoes to fill. People go sit back and look at Matt Ryan and they have their frustrations with him. But I feel like Matt Ryan did everything that he could to carry this team to where it needed to be. In all honesty, we should have had a Super Bowl out of it, but hey, things happen. Can Desmond Ridder take us there? I think Desmond Ridder could be a big part of it. I really can. I don't know if he'll get to that point where he's the driving force. I mean, even when you knew with all the talent that we had back in 2016, you knew Matt Ryan was the guy. I mean, you had Julio, you had Sanu, you had Freeman, you had who was the tight end at the time? Was Gonzalez a tight end? I think Gonzalez was a tight end at the time. You had all these you had all of these weapons on offense. You had a great offensive line. And even the defense with, I think they had like 4 rookies, they played very well. I mean, even from, you had Deion Jones, you had Keanu O'Neal. He had a couple other guys, so I can't remember. But nevertheless, was it Vic Beasley, I think? He was a rookie at the time. I don't know, I can't remember. But even then, you knew who the guy was. Can Desmond Ridder be that guy? I mean, look, what happened this past week showed you that he was. I mean, there's no denying that offensively, he was a driving force, and Bijan Robinson, basically, showed off his talents, but Desmond Ridder got the ball to receivers. And that's what you want out of your quarterback. I mean, no matter, how talented or how much of the game that he has grasped or lack thereof, you want your quarterback at least try to get the ball to the receivers. And he's done a phenomenal job in this game. Now, it's only one game. This is why I'm not trying to hang my hat on it no more, but he did answer the call and, shut everybody up for a week. I can't say much. I mean, I'm not sitting here leaning on the fact that I feel that he doesn't have it. I just feel like he's not that high level quarterback that we need in the league. I mean, you look at a guy like Bijan Robinson, which is a totally different position, but that dude is on another level, and he's only played 5 games. I'm not saying that Desmond Ridder should be like that guy out the gate, but man, you want a guy that could be that kind of a difference maker at quarterback. I mean, not necessarily just running, but just being as dynamic, make all the throws, make all the pass, improvising and, reading defenses and stuff. And, the reading defenses thing is going to take time. It's going to take time. You got to make things simpler for Desmond Ridder. And I think the play calling made it that way. I think the protection up front made it that way so he can read defenses a little bit better, read the pocket or just read the coverage. And it showed. You need more of that, and you do that down the road, he will be shutting me up. And as far as him being above average, I think he's going to be this guy that he keeps doing what he's doing, and he's building off of that. He's going to be a guy that could be a top 10 quarterback. I think right now, like I said, I think he's still in top 10. Is pushing it. I'll say 15 to 12. That's his ceiling. And like I said, that's just how I feel, and I'll stick with that. I'm not necessarily, I just don't see anything different. But can he build it until he said? I mean, I think anybody that's on the field, even from, I don't know about Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson did play pretty good the other a couple weeks ago. But I think any quarterback that has a shot can build to a couple of steps higher than what they were, so I don't know. I mean, maybe we're looking at the next great quarterback in Atlanta. Maybe we are. I mean, the way that he played, I mean, he keeps that up. And I mean, you can go back and look at the Jaguars games and the Lion games. I mean, you can hold it against them for the most part. Yeah, maybe. But his whole entire body of work, I mean, the sky's still the limit. I agree with it. The sky's still the limit. But I feel like for me, I don't see nothing elite right now. Maybe, out of the, next 3-4 years, I'll be eating my words. But I think he can, but I just don't see it. So I don't want to go round robin with this. I said, I've been talking about this for the past couple of days. I wanted to reiterate it one more time before I jump over to the Georgia Southern Eagles. I feel that Desmond Ridder he played lights out the other day. 75% completion rating. You know what? before I say this, before I get out of here, I remember saying that I believe Desmond Ridder at one point when I really was all in on him. I felt like Desmond Ridder could complete at least 72 to 73% of his passes. Now, he completed 75 in this last game. If he gets up there at about 70, 71%, we're talking about a different quarterback, a totally different quarterback. You know, I mean, his career right now, he's at 64%. You notch that up by 5 more points. We're talking a different ballgame. Now you're probably starting to talk about elite status, you know what I mean? But I don't have much else to say, man. Let me know what you guys think. I've said enough, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I don't want to beat up on Desmond Ridder as much as I did already. Like I said, I think above average is still the ceiling, but he proved me wrong against the Texans, and they're playing against the Commanders next. So we'll see how that goes. So if you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. You think Desmond Ridder can rise to the occasion and be that type of quarterback? Or you think it's just one game, we need to calm down? Or do you think he's going to be an average to above average quarterback like me? What do you think? I think that Desmond Ridder is going to be an all right guy. I think he got himself in position to be a quarterback in the NFL for a long time. I mean, he played pretty good. Can he be a franchise quarterback? That's now we're gonna be talking. So I could be found on YouTube and Rumble, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. I could be found on the X at VF Baller, and the website is firstandframerates.com. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all take it easy and y'all be blessed. Peace.